So the last video that I've uploaded on my YouTube channel, you would see that I did the Senran Kagagawa Reflexations in a Nutshell video. I've managed to complete the game. What the heck was that for an ending? It made no total progress of a sense for what was going on. So yes, my review of that game specifically was on that video. A 4 out of 10. A 4 out of 10. Definite. Anyways, onward to the video. What's up, everybody? It is me, Elusive Owl, and welcome to another RWBY video, which is not going to be a reaction video to which I usually do in my channel, but sometimes I would do like other based project thing based for Rooster Teeth. Like I would do MMD videos and like weird RWBY ships, which we did with Cosmic at the time, and I can't think of anything else, but yeah, those are the couple of mentions that I've done in the past, and now this one. Yes, Volume 6, Predictions and Theories. So as you know, Volume 6 is just around the corner. We nearly approaching it. We've got a month away to go. And 2 days before, we got Amnesty Arena coming into the app stores. And speaking of Cosmic Feathers, she is just there as well. Hello, Cosmic Feather. She just talked over me for a second. Hello. What's up?
And just sorting out my notes. They're all scrambled right now.
Okay. Yeah, keep them organized. Gotta keep them notes organized, just like I have. Alright, speaking of, I have my RWBY Volume 6 Predictions and Theories. I have 11 in total, so I would go, I don't know if I'm gonna like pick one myself from top to bottom. Like if I pick one, then Cosmic will pick another one as well, so it'll go like simultaneously. So I'll pick first and then she'll pick first, but I don't know, we haven't discussed about this or anything. Are we gonna do that simultaneously or what, Cosmic?
A little, but you gotta remember, for me, it's questions that lead into theories and predictions. So.
Right. Okay, so how about, like, I start off with a theory and you start off with a question. Will that sound good?
Yeah, as of right now, I'm looking through my notes and all that.
Okay.
I'm on 4 or 5 questions, and I'm still adding to that.
Okay. We'll figure it out as we go along. But, yeah, as of right now, let's get started with the first prediction or theory of Volume 6. Alright. First prediction or theory that I have. This is going to be a long shot by, if you are a certain ship fan of this kind of these two. I have gone for a cannon. Are you ready for this? I've got for... Actually, I need to add another note, but I might come back there in a bit. I've gone for the canon for, brace yourself, Bumblebee. Yes, I think, and it's going to be a long shot, but I think Bumblebee might be a canon. I don't know how they're going to plan this out, but I think Blake and I don't think many two fans in the series that I've watched, just looking at the comments from Rooster Teeth, I've seen comments like, oh, I don't think Sun will be the right fit for like Blake. I know it's like called Black Sun, but I don't think this chemistry between them isn't going to work. So it's like, get Bumblebee into a canon. And I'm like, you know what? That might be something to look at. So I have gone for a Bumblebee canon. What do you think, Cosmic?
In my personal opinion, I'm a huge Bumblebee shipper and all that.
Yes.
And for it to be canon would be a dream. But if they were to do it right away, then I wouldn't agree to it. Like, I mean, yeah, I do want it to be canon and all that. I'm a huge shipper, but if they were to do it right off the bat in like Volume 6 and all that, don't you think it would be a little too soon?
Yeah. I can see that would be a little bit too. It'll be a
right
little bit
now,
too
Blake
rushed to
and
like
Yang
put them.
have lots to sort out right now, so I guess maybe 1 or 2 volumes would be good enough.
Yeah. And despite the situation like it's going right now between them both, it's not kind of going in a way that we would all feel like it would go for it to be a canon. Like there is some like distances
there's so
between.
Much stuff between them that they need to sort out right now.
Yes, they have got like issues.
A lot of baggage.
Yeah, they have got issues way back in Volume 3 to sort this ideal out, definitely. So yeah.
Yeah. So.
But as
yes, I agree. I could see Bumblebee being canon and all that, and that would be a very nice dream of mine. But I'm I'm a big shipper and all that. You know that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But if it were to happen right off the bat in Volume 6 and all that, I'd be like, that's a little too soon. Come on.
Yeah, I can see your point. There. Like I mentioned, it would be a bit too rushed for them to be together just by the current situation between them two going.
And for Black Sun, I mean, I could see how some people like to ship them too and all that.
Yeah.
And a very small part of me does ship them. But I see Sun more as like a brother to Blake for how he acts and all that.
He is kind of childish in his own way, but he has got a lot of kindness and appreciation for Blake for giving her a lot of support. Same as Gira. And especially her mum. Especially her mum as well.
Yes, don't get me started on Callie. There's already some people in the fandom that ship Sun and Callie, and they ship Callie and Yang. I am not going down that lane, though. Don't even ask me about that.
Alright. What's one of your questions about Volume 6?
For me, when the one that I'm like trying to think of and all that, one question that I have is, what are the other 3 relics? As we know, for Haven, it's a lamp.
That is a good question.
But for Beacon, what is it? And what are in the 2 other schools? What are their relics? As we know, the relic of choice, knowledge, creation, and destruction. And their maidens are choice for fall, knowledge for spring, creation for winter, and destruction for summer. But what other relics for creation and destruction?
I guess for him to
And
be
choice. Sorry, I forgot about that.
yeah.
Since we know knowledge is a lamp.
Yes,
What were the other relics?
the knowledge is the like the Aladdin lamp, of course. Prince Ali Baba.
Yeah, and I'm actually gonna laugh if they rub the lamp and a genie comes out in Volume 6. I am gonna laugh. I am gonna laugh at that.
Can you imagine if they actually did the song kind of like it, and it goes, who would be in the lamp? Who would be in the lamp?
I don't know, but it's a shame that late Rob, the one who played the genie in Aladdin, died.
I don't care. All I know is that they're taking the lamp back to Atlas, and it's gonna be a case of finding the other 3 relics, like you mentioned.
Yeah. Plus, I have another question that goes along with the relics, but I'll save it for later.
Right. Okay. Right. I'll move into another one of my prediction and theories. Number 2, I have gone for, and I really wish she would come back as well because I love her to bits as well. I really do. She is my waifu. She's my everything. She's Pyrrha, and I want them to revive her back. And I want either, get ready for this, I want Raven, or since he just obtained his powers now, although he has obtained his powers from Volume 1, Jean. But how are they going to revitalize her back to life? Or what does this relic really contain inside? I want to know, what does this relic of knowledge really obtain? Does it obtain something that can bring back? That's what I want to know. Since Yang obtained it from an underground, which was in a temple, and obtained it thanks to Raven.
What happened to her?
Well, Raven is in Raven's in Mistral with Tai Yang.
No, they're in Patch because remember Tai. Their home is in Patch.
No, I must have forgotten the name of that place. So yeah, I've got no clue. But yeah, it was somewhere in that area.
I kind of remember her from Burning the Candle, the episode in Volume 2 or 1, before the Dance one.
They must have mentioned where Ruby and Ruby and Yang's little house were at the time. So yeah, it might be in there, but I've forgotten it. So, anyways, so yeah, I've gone for Pyrrha to be revived back by either Raven or Jean. I don't know if it's going to be like Raven because she is in Patch, like you said, with Tai Yang now, and Jean could be with a capable opportunity to revive Pyrrha back, and once he does that,
the question is how
the canon will be strong. How is he going to do that? How?
Because remember, Pyrrha. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people
being smothered to dust, being
smothered very much.
Being
but
smothered.
remember, she faded into ashes.
But
there was no body. Ow.
Yeah, but she can't be completely like.
I'm actually thinking, what about her aura, her spirit?
That is a good point. That's a good point.
Because remember, I think Hospin said it one point. I'm not sure where, but he said people's bodies may be gone and all that, but lives on. He did certain things or something.
He
I
didn't.
forgot where he said that.
He didn't mention it at the start of like volume five. When he first got introduced as Oscar. When he was Oscar, he did mention about controlling different type of bodies by using like he was a soul. What if Pyrrha did come back as a soul, but in a different body? If Pyrrha come back in a different body, then okay, that's fine. That's great. Pyrrha has come back. I'll be happy with that. But still, it would be great to have the original Pyrrha back to her original self. But if Pyrrha does come back, either in a different body or not, then I'm happy with it. I'll be.
Yeah, it'll be cool if she does come back. And a part of me strongly believes Penny will be back too.
Penny, yeah.
Because it's been confirmed by Ruby's voice actor herself. She ships nuts and bolts.
Oh, and so does Lindsay Jones as
Ruby's,
well. That's
actor,
brilliant.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's adorable. Make them into a canon. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, Ruby Chibi episode season 3, somewhere in there. They had that one episode with Ruby, Penny, and the Fireflies.
Oh yeah. Holy cow, you can speak fireflies. Yes, but my cricket is pretty... Oh my god, the cricket.
Actually, some people did a research on that, and you know what they found?
What?
That cricket, that specific cricket noise that Penny did.
Yeah.
It's a mating call.
Are you kidding me? Oh yeah, my cricket is pretty good too. Twink's like.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I seen that, but some people who are fans and they're like, they study insect calls and all that. I'm not sure who, but they said that specific cricket noise is a mating call.
I imagine it would be like I imagine it'll be like one of the producers from RWBY who looked into that particular type of animal and decided to recreate that moment with RWBY and Penny to get that moment.
Confirmed by GB.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe Aaron Zach, but who knows? I've done one of my predictions. What is your question? Next question.
Well, another one of my questions that actually kind of goes along with the relics. Okay, so for the maidens, we know about Fall and Spring being Cinder Fallen, Raven, Bronwyn, right?
Correct.
Well, what about the other two, Winter and Summer?
Right, Summer, you can just leave that out because Summer is Ruby's mother. That's
very funny, very funny. But you know what I mean.
But for a Winter Maiden, I'm most convinced because it might happen in this volume, and this is where.
Yeah.
And
I hope it does.
This is
Atlas.
This is where I was like, one of the theories I was intrigued by, like who is the Winter Maiden, and I even have it in one of my theories here. I've gone for like 3 options for who could it be. I've gone for. And this will be from least to most optional. For least, I've gone for Winter. Because I don't think that she would, like, have the audacious, capable of looking like a Winter Maiden, I think. But if she does, then that's okay. Second, I've gone for their mother, which is Willow.
Yeah, unconfirmed her name being Willow.
Yeah, Willow.
I hope they keep it the name because it is very it's a nice name
I mean, I don't know if like RWBY confirmed it or not. Like, if
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So it might or might not be Willow, but I'm saying it's Willow because of the fans calling her Willow. And the first option that I think is most intriguing, and I think she might come back thanks to her umbrella. Yes, excuse me. Yes, I'm talking about Neo. I think Neo's going to come back and be the Winter Maiden. Cosmic? Cosmic? Wait, has it died? Oh, it died on me. Wait, hang on. Wait. Oh, this died on me, guys. The little speaker bowl thingy died on me, so that's why I couldn't even hear her. What did you say after I said Neo?
I said it would be cool and funny if Neo did come back as the Winter Maiden, because she's named after ice cream. Neapolitan ice cream.
Yes! Yes!
I started laughing after that, so you didn't miss much, Elusive. You didn't miss much.
Right. Oh, God! Why did you have to die?
You gotta admit, it would be good if they did it.
Yes, it would. Definitely. I think. Oh yeah, that was your question, wasn't it?
Yeah, who are the Summer and Winter Maidens?
Yeah. Right. Next one of my theories. This is going to be very harsh of me to say. This is going to be harsh. It's not going to be likely. But if it does, and if it does happen, then oh, God help us. I've gone for one of Blake's parents dies.
Okay, that for some reason I can see it happening.
You do. You do.
Like, not in Volume 6, all right. I mean, I'd be surprised if they do that, which you never know with Rooster Teeth. What can you do?
Oh yeah, just like they did with Weiss. Fans did not expect that coming. Like when when
Murderer Burgess' reaction.
Oh.
He had
it took yeah.
He had to cut his recording, and he came back like 3 hours, looking still broken after that.
Yeah, he looked absolutely torn and broken, and just didn't have anything left to say about it, really.
Yeah, and Freelancer Amber too. The look on all their faces, man.
Well. Forget about that. Yeah, the faces were in disbelief, and I felt the same too. And I felt angry. I just wanted to kill her. Personally kill her myself. It's making me sad now, just talking about it. Go over to your question. What's your question? What's your question? Quick.
Okay. Another thing I want to know, like, throughout Volume 6 and all that, I want to know personally is more info on Salem. Because in reality, we don't even know who she is, actually, or who she was.
No.
I know some people are saying she's the Winter Maiden before and all that, with the same hairstyle. But I think
I
it's been
suppose.
confirmed. It's confirmed by either Miles or Carrie that she's not the Winter Maiden. I think they kept telling people that, but people don't listen. They said they designed Salem after her, but
I guess she's. I guess Salem is like some like dark, nebula, like kind of grim. Like I think she was like she could be like a normal person, but then she could be like and excuse me to pun it, lionized, to be as a lead role for the White Fang. Well, not the White Fang, but for a ruler. But I don't know. I haven't got anything much to say, much really about Salem. Don't know.
I'm like, I need more info.
Yeah.
I need more info.
Yes. Just have more information about Salem and what her backstory is, because we haven't been able to get all that in the past 2 volumes now.
Yeah, because if you look at it, despite them introducing her and all that, we've known nothing about her. Like.
That's true.
Like all we know is that she's the dark god and all that, but.
Oh yeah.
What's her story? She's a character now. I mean, like her team that her professional team, Team Witch, with Watts and all them.
Oh yeah. With Watts, Hazel.
Yeah, Cinder,
Tyrion. Yeah.
And plus, something ever since Crow cut off his tail, we never got to see Tyrion's new tail.
It was RWBY. RWBY cut off the tail.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Still, we never got to see it.
No.
But they mentioned it.
All I know is that she is one, high ruler, antagonistic of a character.
Yeah,
along with Adam.
I have other questions about, the gods and all that, but we'll get to that later after you do yours. Oh, my back.
Right. Another question of theory I have here, and we've spoken about this just earlier on. I think it was before the recording with me and Cosmic, and that was one of the questions here. I have Weiss and Ilya to have more screen time since they are going to Atlas, because Weiss just recently moved out of Atlas to get to Mistral, to the temple for where they are. And hearing Ilya's backstory on how her parents were killed in the Dust Company, where I think Adam was there, then with them two, I think they'll have more screen time in Volume 6, given the situation, since they're going back to Atlas to get the relic in. But not only that, they might go into probably Weiss's home to meet Jacques and Whitley and possibly Willow, maybe, but I don't know.
So.
Yeah, possibly. But yeah, I think Weiss and Ilya will have more screen time in Volume 6. What do you think?
I'm actually going to be very glad that if they do give those two more screen time. Because despite Ilya getting like less screen time in Volume 5 and all that, and them introducing her.
Oh yeah.
She's gotten a big fan base already. With the
Yeah.
little amount of time that she had. Same thing with Neo. Despite Neo appearing in that one volume for... But I think most people know about Neo and all that, how that was done, so...
Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
But yeah, I'd be glad if they do give Weiss and Ilya more screen time. But... Yeah, if they have more screen time, those two, but you gotta give a little screen time to Yang and Blake, too, for their problem.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. I think that's one of my questions and theories done. What's your question?
Let's see. I'll go into that later.
Oh. Bye.
Okay, this is the last of my question.
Bye. Alright. Bye. Okay, bye. Bye. Sorry. Sorry, Cosmic. My mum just entered the room, Cosmic. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Now, I was trying to look for my other question, so you're good.
Yeah, I'm good now. She just went downstairs. Right, go on. What's your question?
This is the last of my questions before I have, like, little descriptions of what like things I want to talk about and all that. But
all right.
Okay, the question is, I'm not sure which volume it is, but you know how I think it was in Volume 1, Episode 1 or something, when they get to Beacon on the... When Yang and RWBY are, like, on the... What do you call those ships again?
Oh, is it like the
I think they're called bullheads or something like that. The flying ships that they transport the students to
something like that they aborted Beacon with.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something what RWBY and Yang were talking about. I think they were talking about something with God and all that. Like, but the thing is, they say one God, but I think it was in. Yeah, it was in Runaway and Stowaways. So a guy, I'm not sure who it was, or a character said something with gods, like plural, being more than one, while RWBY and Yang only said God as in one God. So I'm trying to wonder who are the other gods that this character was talking about. Okay, as far as we know, Ozpin is some kind of demigod, I guess you could say.
Yes.
Yeah. And Salem is like half god, half demi, I guess, because we don't know much about her, so I'm just calling her a half demi. Or half god or something. But I'm wondering, who are the other gods that they're talking about? I mean, there's the legend about the two brothers and all that. Right? The light and the dark one that they were talking about.
Yeah. I suppose with Salem being involved in this, because I reckon you can class her as a god as well. So
yeah.
With that being in the scene for... Hold on, I'm gonna patch you back up as well so I can get more sound from you. I mean, you could have Salem and possibly Hazel, I think. Although I don't know.
I found a little thing that me and my other friend were talking about when that brought up that question. There's a statement that I copied. Do you want to hear it?
Okay.
This is from his little thing. The world of Redmond, it's been around for a long time, right?
Yeah.
So it's got to be long enough to have people to like create dozens of gods. But if you believe Austin, then two of them are real. So that's why I'm like,
So
when he sent me that, I'm like,
if
who are the other gods that they're talking about?
you see, you're saying if like Ozpin was around before the Remnant, so he would be like a god. If Ozpin was around before Remnant was around, then he would be a god.
I'm saying if Remnant was around before, like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But who, if you believe what he said, then who are the other gods besides the two brothers? Because for Remnant to be around that long, there's got to be like other gods or deities that some people believe in. But the main one that we know is Salem, Ozpin, and those two brothers, right? So that's what I'm thinking.
The two twin brothers?
Yeah, the twin brothers that created.
Oh, them two twin brothers from the White Fang. Oh, are you thinking of? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not following what you're saying.
I should have known. I shouldn't have brought this up.
Like the only twin brothers that I can think of really is like the ones from the White Fang. I don't know what you mean by
elusive.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They talk about two brothers, one being light, one being dark, right?
Right.
One wanted to create, the other one wanted to destroy. But when they put their powers together, they created Remnant and all that. So as I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is, besides them, because we know they're the only gods that the show put out for us. What I'm saying is, for Remnant to be around that long before Austin and all that, even in the World of Remnant videos and all that you see with the wizard and
yeah.
Austin says gods, but he doesn't say the two brothers. So what other gods, these gods, Austin's talking about? Like, who are they beside the brothers that created Remnant? You get what I'm trying to say now?
Yes. I'm just. Anyways, yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about like there's like two brothers and there's two gods. Whoa, yay!
Hey, you know what? Just forget what I said. I'll keep it to me, my friend.
Anyways, another one of my questions and theory I have is coming back to Atlas now. And I've gone for that Weiss has a little moment to think about Atlas and her parents. Like, it'll give her flashbacks back to the time, especially back in Volume 4, where she was treated royally. Jacques wanted her to be royally. She wanted her to sing in front of a crowd. But to Weiss, that wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, and she's gonna have like these traumatic flashbacks of her, not just that time in Volume 4, but the past, just the past in general. Like, we've seen what happened to her in the books, especially the recent manga book, the Weiss Anthology series. She has had kind of a traumatic childhood, especially with the White Fang. But Jacques definitely mistreated her right, and the only support that she could have is from her friends and from Winter. and yeah, and for her to come back to Atlas with Ilya, with that situation at hand, then yeah, it's gonna be tough for her. But yeah, that's what I think. So Weiss has a little moment to think about Atlas and her parents. What do you think?
Ooh, yeah, that would be very cool if they did have a little Weiss and Ilya moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because
And I am not supporting the
because
shipping on this.
like what I talked about just a little earlier with Ilya and her parents being killed by the Schnee Dust Company, thanks to Adam as well. So I'm just thinking that maybe Jacques could have a little, I don't know, maybe reminisce, probably talk a little for Ilya. Probably might have a little like remembrance for her. Like, hey, I remember you. Like you were like you are the girl of Ilya's parents, and Ilya's like, wait, what? Like how do you know about that? And this is gonna like spark questions all around. Like, ooh, like how does Jock know Ilya's parents? How does he know? Does he have some sort of like revolution with Adam or something? That could be interesting. It could work, probably. It could work, but I don't know. What do you think?
It might work, but we don't know Ilya's parents' names. So if they suddenly drop the names of Ilya's parents, it'll be a big surprise too. And if they drop Weiss's mother's name,
yeah. Well, oh, yeah. As soon as we get Weiss's mother name, then we can be like, oh, okay, that's her mother's name. But yeah, but it will just be the back. It will be the story to like base from around this situation. What I'm talking about. So yeah, that's one of my theory. So what's your next question?
like I said, notes. Nope. Don't need you right now. Nope. Question. I don't know. Let's continue on with another one of your theories, Elusive. Because the two things I want to talk about, I don't want to talk about it right now. I mean, if you want, I can clear up the other thing that I had about the gods. If you want me to clear that up for you.
Let's not talk about the gods. Okay, let's talk about the gods. Go on, then. What's your next question about the gods?
Well, it's not a question. It's a concept.
Okay, a theory concept. What is it?
Okay, the concept of like religion in Remnant has existed for hundreds of years from the show. So there's more than one religion known to exist with evidence of God, what are those two faiths? How about if I just send the two names over to you and you can read them?
Yeah.
Because I have a hard time reading long names. And yes, lots of people. This person went into big details about it. So.
Monofeticist and polyfeticist faiths.
Yeah. Because if you look, some of the characters are based on different things and all that, but each each thing that they're based off of, like each myth and all that, each faith has their own gods. So
I suppose, yeah.
you get what I'm saying? Like in
Yes. Yes, you say.
so what if
you're saying that each world has a god.
Yes, that's why that got me a little bit like, what is that one person mean when they say gods and wow, Ruby and Yang just prefer to one god? Does that mean that Ruby and Yang only believe in one god, but then there's like different, That's why that's got me curious in that way of the show.
I wouldn't know about their faith and religion, but from the world itself, then I'd guess
see, I have it right here. I knew I copied it somewhere. Okay, you know how some people believe in like one god and all that, while others believe in multiple?
Yeah.
Ruby and Yang's use of gods in the singular term in Volume 1, The Shining Beacon Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then of Runaways and Stowaways, the ship captain's use of gods, plural. That's what's got me like Yang believe in one. Well, I'm just looking for more. I'm trying to find more info about that.
Right. Okay.
But that's for me because I like to look into depth of things.
Yeah. Yeah. I suppose. I kind of understand from what you're saying in an outro retrospective here, but I'm more in depth to the show than out depth, if you know what I mean. But I guess what you're saying.
I teeter between out depth and in depth. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's just who I am.
Yeah.
That's why I said let's just continue with your theories because I could go out of depth out of the show.
Right. Was that your question?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I'll move on to another prediction or theory of mine. Right. Throughout the past nearly 3 volumes now, we have seen Ruby's silver eyes. Correct. Okay. So, with these silver eyes, with this connecting to Summer Rose of Ruby's mother, what does the silver eyes mean? And could this be a fear for Salem? Although Salem has got Ruby in the corner, but with Ruby's power to get the silver to obtain the silver, to have the silver eyes, to have this lead the White Fang way, probably, then that'll be good. But I want to know how she got the silver eyes and how she obtained them. What do they bring? What do they bring into this world? What do you think, Cosmic? Because I know that the silver eyes has been seen now like twice from Volume 3 and Volume 5, and that's all we've seen. But there isn't anything much really to tell about it. So I want to know more in depth of what they mean. I will tell you this. In Volume 3, the finale of Volume 3, Crow mentioned to Ruby in bed that these silver eyes of hers that just like vaporized these these Grimm away. But I don't know if they're
No,
like vaporized or just like ran in
not
fear.
vaporized. They froze. Like they froze.
Oh yeah, they
they
froze. Yeah. What does it bring? What is it? You know what I'm trying to say here, right?
Yeah, you're trying to understand the Silver Eyes, in
Yeah.
which I think everybody in the fandom. Yes, I think I can talk for everybody in the fandom. We know nothing too little about the Silver Eyes, except that they're warriors and that one look from them can freeze a Grimm.
Yes.
That's all we know.
Yes. Yes, and it could have its way to like get its way to rule the high oppressing leader, which is Salem. And if Summer Rose like had like any connection with them and maybe passed that on to RWBY at all.
Yeah. I actually hope they touch on that more in Volume 6.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I guess the last time that they had a touching moment with like RWBY and the mother was like in like Volume 3, I think, back in the start of Volume 3. But yeah, that's about it really. So like a couple of years. But yeah, that's my theory. So what's your next question? I need to get a pillow. Pop.
Okay, here's my question. Besides me
Shoot.
being a Bumblebee stripper and all that,
Yeah.
the question I have is, does Blake, Yang, Sun, and
Neptune.
I think it was just those three.
Yeah.
Do those three resemble and no pun here intended, all right? Do
Right.
those three resemble the yin yang symbol?
Ooh.
Because think about it. There's the black and there's the white, but if you replace the white with yellow, because there's for the symbol itself. But if you look
Avatar Last Airbender modes. Okay.
If you look at like
Thinking all Avatar
Wikipedia
here.
and all that, and the definitions, there's actually 3 parts to the symbol. There's the light, the dark, and the medium, which is the line in the middle, because that counts as a part. And you got Blake, Yang, and Sun.
Yeah, I can probably see that working out, really. But like you said, with the different color changes, like you've got like I don't know, like black, yellow, and
Yeah, because
black, yellow,
I
and
think
red.
for Sun, I think it was
Black,
like
yellow, and red.
for
right?
him, it was like a kind of palish yellow, like a very light yellow that you can't see, but it's still there.
Yeah.
From the colors that I remember hearing from a panel.
Mm. Yeah, I suppose that could work. Yeah, yin and yang of.
No pun intended, people.
Yeah, I mean it could be a ship name, but I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, I do my research and all that, and symbol itself I did my research on, and it says that there's 3 parts to the symbol. There's the light, the dark, and there's the middle, which is the balance.
Mm.
And that got me thinking to Blake, Yang, and Sun. But I'm trying to think of. You normally would think Blake would go for black and all that, and if you want to ship like stuff like that, then you put Sun as the other side and Yang the middle, or if you're a Bumblebee shipper, you put Yang as the white side and Sun in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends on the shipper's like point of view, but what would happen if they switch? If they if Sun like stayed the middle balance, but if you flip Blake and Yang, you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah, I do. I would take Sun in the middle as the yellow, and have, or is he? Yeah, he's yellow. Or
yeah,
white.
he's like a palish yellow. They said.
Yeah.
They're like
He's
going off by
the
colors.
yellow. He is dead center in the middle. Blake would be in the right, so she would be black, and Yang would be in the left for a. What's the other color?
The white.
White, yeah. Yeah, white. I was thinking of another color.
Yeah, because if you switch the colors, if you switch Blake and Yang, then you know.
Yeah.
I see. When I seen that, I'm like, holy! How come does that kind of makes sense? And I didn't see it before.
So I suppose it could work out. Right.
It'd be cool if it did work out though. Like.
It would. Okay. Are you done with the question?
Yep, and I have no more questions. Unless you want to go into ship things, then.
Right, I have like 4 theories and questions left for us to like discuss about. Which brings me on to my next question now. Question number 7. And it's gonna be... Wait, where is it? There it is. Right, I'm gonna have a little sample. And that is... Wait. I'm pausing a lot here for dramatic effect.
Or I could just hear the clicking of the remote in the back.
Yes, I know. The main problem is, it's going to be about Cinder.
The bitch came back the very next day.
Yes, the bitch. I'm talking about the bitch, which is Cinder coming back. God damn it. Cinder comes back. End of. She's coming back.
And we can't argue about that because we did see the concept about her coming back.
Even though I did thought at first that she was a goner, you had to tell me that no, she's coming back. And I had to deny you once. Just once. And I'm like, oh shit.
Then you get like a tweet saying the concept art for Cinder in Volume 6.
Yeah.
Trust me, I actually did believe she died, but then the logical part, I mean, was saying, wait, where's the Fall Maiden's powers?
Yeah. Because if she really was dead, then she would take the powers. But no.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But then when I see no transfer and all that, or they didn't have the scene...
And now all the other fans are like, yep, she's not dead. She's not dead at all. So I'm like, yeah, okay then. I agree. So yeah, that's a simple, quick, and question about Cinder, the bitch herself. So yeah, that's that. So next question. Okay, I've sent you an image just earlier on, Cosmic, about who the protagonist would be for like every character in RWBY, because I sent you like a chart. Like, okay, from volume 1, there's like a huge percentage from RWBY being the main protagonist of all. But for working that from volume 2, 3, 4, and 5, her stats just like decreased slightly. And for the most screen time in minutes is Blake, just by like 3 minutes more. 3 minutes more. 3 minutes more. And that's like, okay, the show is called RWBY, and you haven't like put like the main, like the main protagonist, which is called RWBY. So RWBY would have more of screen time in the center. So I'm thinking, who is really the main protagonist? But I don't think that's an important like question. I guess it's just like a fan theory question, but it wouldn't like go with the show. But I just want to know like who is really the main protagonist out of all the characters.
For me, I think at first it was RWBY, but then as they introduced more characters,
Yeah.
lots of the fandom wanted more screen time for certain characters.
Yeah.
So Rooster Teeth they had to adjust to the fandom's want and needs a little bit. But they still say that Ruby Rose is still the main protagonist. Just let us focus on some of these characters for now, because that's what you guys are asking for.
Yeah.
Because at first, when you see the trailers and all that, red, white, black, and yellow, the only main thing you get is like Blake and Yang are sisters and all that. But that led to some confusion because some first reactors who like seen the trailers when they heard that, they thought all of them were sisters. Like all the girls, Ruby, Weiss, and Blake and Yang, they thought all four of them were sisters. So that's
I could see why that would work out. Then it would be like the four protagonists sisters. So that'll be like so that'll be like okay, you have
I can understand why they're
role.
doing this. Why they have like more screen time for certain characters, because the fandom, they want to learn more about these characters, but they know so little about them at first. Like when you first seen the trailer and all that, the trailers.
Yeah.
Lots of people like started thinking about random stuff and all that, and as the show went on, they start to learn more. But then they start questioning the other characters, who like what are their stories and all that. So I could see why they would do that path, like go down that path.
Yeah.
Instead of just leaving like the four main characters, Ruby Rose and Weiss and Blake and Yang, them being like the main characters and all that, and just having the show set on them.
Yeah.
Or they could expand and explain other characters in the show. And I'm actually kind of glad that they did go that path of explaining other characters. And not just leave it on like Ruby and, you know. I'm glad they expanded. Because now the fandom's even bigger.
Yeah. That is that is a suitable approach for the characters, because if you would have like a certain character who would think would be like could be a possible protagonist, like if you would have Yang, then that would be okay. If you had Blake, that would be okay. If you had Weiss, that would be okay. If you had the whole RWBY, that would be okay. But just other characters beside the main team, like it would be all about Jean, all about Jean, or all about Pera, or all about Nora or Ren or
yeah. Like say if the show was
anyone like them,
like on
as the main protagonist. You'll be like, no, it just doesn't like concept well with the show.
Like, you know it from if they were the main and all that. Like, okay, we know they're the main and all that. We know their story and all that.
Yeah.
But what about the other characters? We want to know the other characters. If you watch a lot of like anime and all that different shows, you'll see some anime actually go that way, and they lose lots of fans fast because of it. But for RWBY, when you look at it, then you're like, oh, so what's this character story? Then you find out more bits and pieces about their story as the show goes on.
Yeah.
Then you find out you like more characters. Like, for me, one of my favorite characters is Velvet.
Yeah.
And despite us knowing little about her, we know more about.
Besides her bio of what she is and what she does, we don't know about her backstory. All I know is that from Volume 1, she was bullied by Carden, who I hate as Carden.
Yes.
Who I hate his guts the first time I've met him. And since then, she was a photographer for crafted weapons, for holographics. And since then, that's all I know of her, really. And she's British.
Get to Volume 3 and all that.
So she must come from England. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Maybe Oxford. Not sure. Could you imagine? It would be nice if Velvet had an English origin of a place. Like it would be like Oxford or
something like that, right? Because of her voice actor.
Like Brixton, Oxford, or anything other in the royal area in London or somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Somewhere, yeah.
Or
that would be cool.
If Coco was a army general too, like her backstory. Imagine the way she dresses and.
Yeah. It would be a case of now where they find the teammates from, really, but yeah, I don't know. Probably from different origins, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, and another thing I found out for Velvet's voice actor.
Oh yeah.
She said she likes doing chibi more than the regular show.
Ah yeah. So, to be honest though, that the chibi has involved a lot of Velvet, because I guess that's why she's saying that she's loving it, because she's getting more like voice acting than from the show of RWBY.
Yeah. And if you know it,
that doesn't mean though that Velvet might come back in Volume 6. If she does, then that'll be.
I'm actually kind of glad if she doesn't.
That'll be fantastic.
Where's her character set up and all that? It's actually very perfect for chibi.
Oh yeah.
And another thing I noticed too from rewatching, noticed that she's Velvet's voice actor is the only one that actually tried singing in the show.
Oh yeah.
In that one episode when they went to go see like movies and they started like talking about, or they started referencing different movies and all that movies.
Yeah, that was in the first one. Yeah, that was in the first one. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, her voice actor is the only one who tried singing in the show, in like all of RWBY.
And that was out Casey Lee Williams as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Casey is not a voice actor, but a singer for the show.
Yeah.
So all of our favorite characters and all that, none of them tried singing, But Velvet's voice actor is the only one that tried singing.
Yeah.
When I rewatched
definitely.
the whole RWBY, I'm like, oh my god! I just like realized that.
Yeah, definitely. Give props to her. Definitely. She did it well.
Yeah.
She did it well as well. All right. Next question. I did. Who's the Winter Maiden? That one. So I'll move on to number 10. I've said this before. In one of the videos that I did with you, Cosmic, but and I saw this from Eruption Fang's video. So I guess I'll take that theory into his video. So yeah, so although it is very, it's one of the main points from the RWBY fan theories to be leading into the show, but it's going to be asked time and time again between RWBY, Crow, and Tai Yang of the Father Link. But I want to know, is Crow RWBY's father? Like, it's been asked by this a lot of times, and I'm very convinced by how it's going. Like, we see a lot of screen time with Crow and RWBY than I've seen of Tai Yang and RWBY. So I'm thinking, is Crow really RWBY's father?
Yeah, believe it or not, I'm not sure what panel, but somebody asked that, and from what I can remember, they said that is classified information. We can't disclose that right now, and that got everybody. So I'm like, no.
That is dirty. That is dirty. That's dirty
and
play.
I think it was either
that
Gary
does
or
not
Miles
help.
who said it.
That does not help at all.
It's dirty. It was dirty. The no's in the video.
You gotta imagine every fan in there was like, no.
Yes.
You sons of bitches. Yeah, I can feel their pain.
They didn't deny or confirm it. They just said classified. So I'm like, what do you want us fans to think?
Yeah, have Barbara do one of her pun stunts. Hey-o! Anyways.
Oh yeah, on a unrelated note, Elizabeth. If you want, I found a ship name for Ilya and Weiss.
I want to know that too, because I haven't even heard of a ship name for them two. What are they called?
I'll send it to you, then you could think.
What are they?
It's a good ship name.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. No sons allowed?
Yep.
Okay. How does... Actually, I don't quite understand it.
Me neither, but they did a good job on the...
If it was like Ilya and son, and it was saying no sons allowed, then okay. That would be a suitable ship, in my opinion. No sons allowed. But them two are shit. I said no sons allowed. God damn it, Bob. We're going with them two. Shut up, Miles.
I can't breathe.
Last question I have from the prediction and theories is the Adam's face reveal. What does his face look like? We've seen him drop his mask in the short trailer for about 10 seconds, maybe less. And we've seen him at the start of the short trailer where he was carrying his mask, and then when the camera just slowly pans up to his face, he just wears it and doesn't show it. And the fans at the RTX convention 2018 in Toronto, Canada, from which I've seen Murder of Birds, freelancers, and just them two in particular. Them faces of especially Murder of Birds, Arnold as well. Just his face is what. Just his face particularly. He was like, "No, God, no!"
I see that.
No,
no. They're gonna show it. They're gonna show it. Nope. Denied.
Like he was just like just in pain, like, and even I was like his mask was off for a minute, and he was like, "Oh no, put it back on." So yeah, I want to get to know his face in Volume 6. What your face look like though, Adam? What your face look like though? Because we want to know. We want to know what your Prince Charming face looks like. Yes. Yes. It'll be. Yes, I'm calling it a Prince Charming face because it'll be like a Beauty and the Beast scene. Don't take that as like a Blake and take that as a Blake and Adam thing. For Beauty and the Beast.
Yes, I found another question. I have like different papers scattered around on my file.
But yeah, that's all my questions done. So you have one more question.
Yes, and this one is specifically about the creatures of Grimm.
Oh, okay.
And the question is, what types of Grimm are there? Like, is there?
Well, we got the Beowulfs. We've got the.
I have it somewhere in my notes.
Grimivik, which is the Grim on a horse.
Neklavit.
That's it. Neklavit. That Grim Dragon, Grim Gorilla, Grim Scorpion.
Elusive. The Grim Gorilla is called the Berengal.
Whatever, I'm calling it Grim Gorilla.
You got the Barbertusk.
But
Deathstalker.
But I know they're doing, Deathstalker.
Barbertusk.
Yep. King Taitsus.
The King Teidai-G2s or something they're called.
Tetsu. Yeah, I know what you're talking about when Ren encountered them. And a Loch Ness Grim in volume 4.
Yeah, that's I have the name right here. Where is it?
I forgot what it's called.
Seafairlong.
That's it. Yeah.
It's actually, if I remember correctly, it's based off a mythical sea god. It has like a long serpent-like body, the head of a dragon, the wings of a bat, and the tail of a fish and claws of an eagle or something. It's like a sea god or
I've
whatever.
heard of this
It's based off that.
I've heard of this mythical creature as well, but I forgot what it was called. Something demigod-y like.
Yeah. Then you have the Ursa, right? The Bear Grimm.
Some sea serpent thingy, like Medusa or something like that.
Then you have the Grimm that was with Salem, that seer kind of Grimm. The one with the weird noise.
Oh yeah.
You got the Lancer that we were just introduced to. The bee kind of thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We got the Geist.
Oh, we got the Lancer and Queen Lancer. Especially the Queen Lancer as well.
We got the Geist one too.
The guy...
The one that took possession of those rocks and all that.
Yeah.
That one Grimm that we seen Team Ranger defeating. When Ruby and Nora did that sick combined battle move, that's called a Geist Grimm.
Oh yeah, that freaking huge Grimm with like one eyeball and that.
Actually, believe it or not, that big giant Grimm with that one eyeball.
Yeah.
It's actually called a Goliath.
Goliath.
Yeah.
Really? It's called a Goliath.
No, the Goliath is the elephant. Sorry, I'm getting my Grimm mixed up here right now. You know the elephant Grimm that we were introduced to?
I was gonna say, if Goliath was that like one giant one, then I could.
I gotta like rearrange this list that I have here. But the Goliath is that elephant Grimm that looked towards Dr. Oobleck and Ruby when he was showing Ruby showing Ruby them, and it like looked at them and it just like turned away.
Yeah.
The official name is Goliath for those. You already said you already said the Griffin one, right? The one that ate Roman and killed him.
No, I said the dragon.
Oh yeah, the dragon that's on top of Beacon.
Yeah.
Well, you got the Griffin that killed Roman.
Yeah.
And there's another little type of Grimm.
There's these new concept of Grimms coming in Volume 6 as well.
Yeah, there's the kind of Chimera, the Chimera.
Yeah. It's like a
Yeah, I see the thing of it. It looks pretty cool, actually.
Like a mythical creature.
And you know the Rooster Teeth? They actually hired the guy that drew that. They actually like hired him to draw more. So we're gonna have new types of Grimm coming out.
Yeah.
But as for the Grimm that we know now, there's another type of Grimm that we've seen, but nobody like said the name for it. In the battle for Beacon and all that, there was when they released those the Grimm into the city and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The Grimm that were walking on two legs were running, and they looked like some type of like lizard and all that kind of thing. There was like multiple of them, if you remember.
Where they were running.
Anyway, those Grimm, they're called creeps.
Wait, are you talking about the one from Volume 1? Those Grimms?
Yeah, when they went to when the train released like those Grim in the City, they kept like blasting.
I'm just thinking
Yeah,
about.
I think it was an episode of 11 or episode 12, Breach. I think. Volume either 1 or 2. Wait. No, it was volume 2, episode 11 or 12. You gotta go back and look at Loseth.
I know. My grim knowledge is like not in par. I just know like the main grims and some I barely get to know, but sometimes I do. But not like the ones you mentioned.
Okay, that is dark. Me.
What's dark?
That is a dark. That is a dark picture.
What's dark?
I just got sent. Somebody sent this on DeviantArt to me just now, and wow, that is dark.
Hold on, I'm just. Hang on. I'm just gonna get a close-up view.
Me too.
Oh my god.
Wow.
And who's that? Dish. Oh, it had to be you. It had to be you as well. He's this particular artist as well is the one who does like grim creepypasta stuff like this. He's the one that does like creepy, weird stuff like this.
Yeah. I follow him on DeviantArt.
Yeah.
And he followed me back. And I guess he seen the post I put on my DeviantArt account. Well, I had to delete it because it was taking up space.
Yeah.
I guess he seen it that some of the things that one of the weird things that I like is like grief and all that anguish kind of stuff for like comics and fanfics.
Mm.
And he said, he actually posted a comment on the thing that I posted saying he might do something with that with a winky face. I replied to him, "What do you mean? Like, what are you planning?" Now he's just sent me this, and now I see what he was planning.
That would be a creepy concept, just to have that. If the actual RT people just looked at that and just like, what is this person actually thinking? So yeah, this will be a good time to end it. So yeah, thank you very much, guys, for watching our fan predictions and theories and other stuff of RWBY related stuff of the project. So yeah, Monty we love you. Yeah, brilliant stuff. So thank you very much for watching from me and Cosmic. So if you have liked the video, then please leave a like down below. If you are new around to my channel and want to check out more of RWBY contents, of more RWBY stuff or other stuff, like I'm doing Attack on Titan reaction series or anything like that, then hit the subscribe button down there. And if you want to keep up to date on any new videos, updates and content from when I do in the nearby future, then hit the notification bell down there next to the subscribe button once you subscribed for more update and content. And if you want to have your say on any predictions and theories, and if you want to have your own say on what you think is going to happen on Volume 6, you can leave more than one theory or suggestions down, then make sure to leave them down in the comment section below. And yeah, with all that being said, please like, subscribe, and comment. So it's a goodbye from me, and it's goodbye to Cosmic. Say goodbye, Cosmic.
Bye.
Very subtle and very gentle. I like that. Yeah, great stuff.
Well, I
Yeah,
let
thank
her
you,
know I
Cosmic.
said
Yeah, 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 yeah.
it.
Great stuff, great stuff, great stuff. And yeah, I'm sorry. Go on.
I'm just waiting. I gotta go eat supper.
Right, okay, great stuff. Right, okay. Okay. Yeah, with all that being said, please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!